Well, that means we need to ask a question. What is worship? In Arabic, we say ibadah, right? Ibadah. People know this. People know this expression. Person does lots of ibadah. Person does lots of worship. So the question is, what is worship? How do we define worship? How do we know this is worship, this is not worship? To understand the meaning of ibadah would be you understood the meaning of la ilaha illallah. Because we say the meaning of la ilaha illallah, no one deserves ibadah except Allah. So to understand this, tell us the meaning of the word ibadah. What we're going to do, we got to look it up. Now we're going to look it up in the dictionaries. In the same way as I said, I was showing you, I was boasting, showing off the different tafsirs. Some of them I have in my library. So we were looking at the ayats of Quran where you have this La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illahu, right? So we understand the meaning of the word ilah. Now we're going to dictionaries. And again, in the same way, we're not going to ask for the meanings of Quran from kuffar, from some academic or whatever. No, we have our classical scholars who did communal obligation of explaining Quran. In the same way, there is a communal obligation to transmit the knowledge of Arabic words. So we're going to do that. We're going to go to the, first of all, Misbah al-Munir by Imam al-Fayyumi. Do I have it? Yes, I do have it. Showing off again. Beautiful, beautiful. What's interesting, by the way, it's called Misbah al-Munir fi Gharib al-Sharh al-Kabir, which is originally, it was written because of the great work Sharh al-Kabir in the Shafi madhab, in the fiqh according to Shafi madhab, and it became so widespread that Imam al-Fayyumi wrote this book to explain the words in it. But then it's used beyond. It's such an important legacy and such important work. It's used not only by Shafis and not only by fiqh. Like now, we are looking at this dictionary to understand a meaning of a word. Thankfully, this meaning occurs in that work, and we are able to benefit. So you see, work written for one specific field then becomes universal and accepted. So what gonna happen if you're gonna look it up the word ibadah in this tafsir? He says ibadah وهي الانقياد والخضوع. Ibadah is submission and surrender. Okay, let's look another one. Al-Qamus al-Muhid by Fairuzabadi, which unfortunately I can't show off. I don't have it in the library yet. But two things here. Fairuzabadi, well, when you say Fairuzabad, it doesn't sound Arabic, right? Yes, because it's not. He's of non-Arabic origin, yet he gave us the dictionary which Arabs all use. So his authority is Arabic language. So that's encouragement for everyone who say, I cannot master Arabic because I'm not Arab. Fairuzabadi also of non-Arabic origin. Yet Arabs are reading his tafsir to look it up. Arabs and non-Arabs all over the world. By the way, you know what's the Arabic word for dictionary? Qamus. Why it is called Qamus? Because Fairuzabadi called his dictionary Qamus Muhit. But the word Qamus originally doesn't mean dictionary, it means ocean, Bahr. Because he said that this is all-encompassing ocean, so that I'm going to contain so much knowledge, it is so huge. So the name of one dictionary became the word for the dictionary itself. So today, if I'll find, for example, Russian Arabic dictionary. It's called Qamus Arabi Rusi. So now the word Qamus actually means dictionary. Thanks to what? Thanks to the Imam Fairuzabadi writing this book, and the title of his dictionary became the word for the dictionary itself. That's just to give you an idea that those are not random books. This is all classical legacy. And he said, what's ibadah? You look it up, the word ibadah, he gives you another Arabic word, at-ta'a, obedience. Okay. Now we can also look at Tahdhib al-Lugha by Azhari. We can look at ibadah, another reliable dictionary. وَمَعْنَى الْعِبَادَةِ فِي اللُّغَةِ, and the meaning of ibadah in Arabic language, lugha means language, at-ta'a mal-khudu', obedience with submission. Well, that's things start adding up. We heard before it's about submissiveness. We heard before it was about obedience with submission. Okay, let's dig deeper into it. Mufradat by Imam Raghib Isfahani. So this is basically dictionary. No, it's a dictionary of a separate words in the Quran. So there are certain mufradat, specific, singular words in Quran, which, so basically Quranic dictionary, Quranic vocabulary, simple way to put it. And when he explains the meaning of ibadah, he says, well, in Arabic language, you have the word ubudiyya. And the word ubudiyya, he says, izharu tadallul, showing humility, tadallul, humility, humbleness. Now, ibadah is even stronger than that because this is showing the utmost, the highest level of humility. Ghayat tadallul. Ghayat means like end. Ghayat means the age, the furthest point. Ghayat, the highest point of humility. Okay, now we understood, we looked it up, ibadah in a dictionary, we understood it's about obedience, it's about humility. In fact, showing the utmost level of humility. That's ibadah is stronger than just ubudiyya, right? Now let's try to apply this definition. Let's try to see if this definition workable. So for example, let's look at this example, sujud, prostration, putting your head on the ground. Is not, think of it, is not it the highest manifestation of humility and humbleness? Well, yes. This, how more can you humble yourself instead of just making sujood to something or someone? But well, you will find the ayah in the Quran which says, وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا. And when we say to angels, make sujood to Adam. So wait a sec. So if sujood is that, showing humility, and ibadah means showing that utmost highest level of humility, that would imply that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made and commanded angels to make sujood, meaning to worship Adam, and they did. So it means that Allah commanded them to do shirk, and Iblis, the one who refused to do that, refused to do it. But no, it's other way around. We know that Iblis, as a result of refusing to make sujood, that's the moment when he became kana min al-kafirin. He rejected. That's the beginning of the whole story of his enmity to Sayyidina Adam. That's the beginning of him disobeying Allah. So, but our assumption is wrong. Because if, according to that assumption, Iblis was right and the angels were wrong by making sujood, doesn't make sense. No, so this, if we assume that every sujood is ibadah, then it means that Allah commanded angels to do something. Well, that's not correct. Why? Inna Allah la ya'muru bil fakhsha'i. Allah is not commanding things which are indecent. Allah is what Allah is commanding. Allah is commanding what is right. So doesn't make sense. Another example, story of Sayyidina Yusuf. وَرَفَعَ أَبَوَيْهِ عَلَى الْعَرْشِ, and he raised his parents up to the throne. وَخَرُّوا لَهُ سُجَّدًا, and they all fell before him in prostration. His parents. And then his brothers. Says that وَقَالَ يَا أَبَتِ هَذَا تَأْوِيلُ رُؤْيَاي. He said, my father, this is the fulfillment of my early dream. What is the dream? إِنِّي رَأَيْتُ أَحَدَ عَشَرَ كَوْكَبًا وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ رَأَيْتَهُمْ لِي سَاجِدِينَ. You remember, I saw in the dream 11 stars, the sun and the moon, and I saw them all making sujood to me. So if we say every sujood is ibadah, then it means that his parents and his brothers worshipped Yusuf by the act of making sujood, and then Allah is narrating it in a way which is praiseworthy. Because this is the fulfillment of the dream. And we know that the dreams of the prophets are true. Again, does not make sense. Another example. Let's look at, for example, making tawaf. Navigating around Kaaba. Is not it showing the humility? Is not it showing veneration? Yet it does. Allah says in the Quran, وَلِيَطُوفُوا بِالْبَيْتِ الْعَتِيقِ, and make tawaf around ancient house. So what that means, like some ignorant kuffar believe, just because we make tawaf around Kaaba, does it mean we worship the black stone instead of worshiping Allah, or together with worshiping Allah? Some ignorant kuffar believe that. No, it's not correct. So what it means is that this definition is not complete. And that means I'm going to see you again next week, same place, same time, same day.